stuff. Does it take a game or two for you to finish evaluating some of the players?
It can in some regards. I mean, guys that we haven't seen play before, maybe guys in just added roles might have a little bit more anxiety than normal. But you know, for the first game, there'll be you know, everybody's blood will be pumping, and whether you're a 4-year starter or maybe it's your first go around, I think everybody will have a full level of anxiety, and that's good. You know, that's how we try to. That's why we try to prepare how we prepare, and some of the guys that maybe are oars on the depth chart start to separate a little bit, do the game, and that's all part of it.
What was your assessment of the punter situation, punter competition?
Yeah, Ian Wheeler definitely has the upper hand right now, and was very consistent. We did a big emphasis on that today, and he did a very nice job in that.
Are you kind of glad that it happened, so maybe not so much stress on Matt?
Well, like I said before, I think you can definitely. I've seen it done before, and I'm sure it'll happen again where those duties will all be one guy. But he could handle it if we asked him to. Yeah.
You mentioned the oars, 3 guys at running back. We talked to Scott and Gary about it yesterday, but I haven't talked to you about it. What's your assessment of that battle, and how are you going to handle that going forward?
We'll find out. Yeah, I think I said it. I don't know if it was last week or whenever, but I think we have 3 starting running backs, and that's a good thing. All those guys' roles will kind of, whether it's through attrition or a guy having a different set of strengths than another guy, that stuff kind of sorts it out as the year develops. But yeah, those are all 3 really good guys, and I think a tribute to them is these last 2 practices after that was kind of laid out. All 3 of them they've practiced great, so that's a good thing.
Are they on board with that? Obviously, 3 guys cuts into carries.
Yep, they are absolutely on board with it, and they've been the quote-unquote veterans, our young veterans, have been helping Royce, and vice versa. Yeah. And so it's a good situation. Yeah, definitely.
Is it possible all 3 could get 150 to 200 carries? I mean, is that possible?
Well, we wouldn't put a number on it, but that's something that we would welcome. Sure. Yeah.
Do you have the same feeling about the 3 tight ends, that they could all be co-starters, or is it that someone hasn't really stepped up and taken that?
That's a little bit different, yeah, just in terms of true development of all those guys. But again, it's a place where we're really young and we think we're really talented. Those guys, they just need to be tested. And going through the kind of the give and take of a game and how things develop when a guy's in, how much run pass, how much they actually see the ball, how much difference there is in our opponent's game plan. All those things, guys, you kind of develop at different rates, and part of that's something you can control, and part of it you can't. So we like all those guys a lot. They're a little bit, less proven than the running backs, I would say, at this point, but it's still an exciting group of guys.
Do you guys have a timetable for when you want to play?
No.
Frost said he thinks this is the deepest group of receivers you've had since he's been here. It's about 6 years. That's amazing considering that I think the combined production is like 300 plus yards. Yeah. So what is it about this group that has you guys so giddy when you haven't done much in games?
They just work extremely hard. They've practiced extremely well. Yesterday, in terms of kind of the energy output and how we track our guys, 9 of the top 10 were receivers. So that's all told special teams, offense, defense, all the stuff that we do. And they're making a ton of plays. Again, now we have to do it when the lights are on, but the way they've trained, I expect nothing but good things. And they're gonna make mistakes. They'll make mistakes just like everybody else. But yeah, very excited about the long-term prospect of that position.
Do you feel like you're sitting on a pretty explosive secret that no one's seen before?
Well, that's what you never know. I mean, I think we talked about this a little bit in fall camp we were excited coming into fall camp, but it's just unproven, and now I think we're more excited, but it's still not game proven. But usually what happens out there happens out there.